is heart to heart, a love and relationship program. Makes you smile, makes you laugh, I say love is real, oh yeah. Heart to heart. Tap, 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 yeah. Is heart to heart, the love and relationship program. Makes you smile, makes you laugh, I say love is real, oh yeah. Heart to heart. Another lovely Wednesday evening, and a big welcome to a fresh edition of the program Heart to Heart, a love and relationship program where we talk about love, we talk about life explicitly. To bring about expressions that could have been hidden and that could cause chaos or problems in relationships. It's a program whereby you have the opportunity to express yourself, ask questions, and learn about the ABCs of relationships. Tonight, as I speak, I wouldn't know what you're going through or what you went through yesterday. Somehow, some way, a lot of people are in relationships, a lot of people are married. But are they actually enjoying? Are they actually having it just the way they planned it or the way they expected it? A lot of homes are in turmoil today. A lot of relationships are in disarray today. Not just limited to misunderstanding. A lot of wives sleep around today. A lot of husbands have series of girlfriends today. But when they get back home, they still live like husband and wife. They are still addressed as husband and wife. And we keep asking the question, is love real? What words, what kind of encouragement would you want to give to people that are not yet married and still thinking of marriage? If we decide to put it down, how would you say marriage is now and marriage used to be then? My name is Dayo Adenuga. Your Solomon Radio saying good evening to you. Terrestrial, we are not on radio terrestrial-wise, but you can listen online and www.radionigeriaibadan.gov.ng. Better still, you can download Radio Garden and listen live. But then you can also watch live. As I can see, we have like 1, 2, 3 people watching right now on Facebook. And so you can just share as you're watching so that others can join as well. Once again, I want to say good evening to you. Tonight, let me just share my thoughts on that simple word, commitment, because I feel that is a major thing that is missing in a lot of relationships, marriages today. A lot of people feel they are committed, but they are not committed. Do you actually understand what it means to be committed to someone? Do you actually understand what it means to be married to someone? Do you actually understand what it means to say, I love you to someone? Briefly, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts tonight on this, and I believe before the end of the program today, and you can also always come back to listen to it more and more on Facebook, you get to understand what commitment is all about. There's one thing I want to say tonight, and take my words for it. Not everybody is meant to be married. Not every man is meant to have a wife. Not every woman is meant to have a husband. So if you were not meant to have a husband and you got married, it will work out fine. And if you're not matured, you can handle it. Marriage is not meant for boys and girls. So how much do you know? How much do you have? How much can you release? How much can you hold back to yourself? This I'll be sharing with you briefly tonight. Stay with me. Don't go away.
Let it come, they already know. I'll be right beside you, like the wall of Jericho. They don't know, they don't know, they don't know what's going on. Monagiso, 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 my baby boo. I'll be a soldier for you. I'm getting better in Kung Fu. You should know I got you, and you don't need to guide me too. I'll be right beside you in anything that you do. If you ever need saving, I will be running to you, running to you.
The song says "Running to You," come with some Simi and Chike there. Okay, let me just put it to you. If you're on Facebook right now, I just want to put it to you. What do you understand by the word commitment as regards relationship between a man and a woman? If you're there, just in few words, just put it up and I'll read it. Then I will come up to actually share my own thoughts about it. So what do you think commitment is as regards man and woman relationship to your own knowledge? Okay, so what do you think commitment is?
My baby boo. See all the battles you'll be fighting, and I'll be right there with you. I may be small but I'm mighty, and I go running for you. And anybody ways I be, yeah, don't be you, pull it, I be alright. And if I ever need saving, I'll be running to you.
Running to you. I'll be running to you, running to you. Anywhere that you go to, running to you. I'll be running to you, running to you.
You got there for me, anywhere that you
don't need to worry.
Okay, I want to say Hussein Sani. I want to say Yahya. Thank you very much for being on Facebook and watching, and there's some other people there. that are watching right now, I just want you to, if you have any understanding of what commitment is, you can just go ahead and just put it there.
If they wanna be the Judas, if they wanna be the Pharaoh, me I cannot lay low, yo. Me I cannot do that.
More music on trendybeats.com.
Everyone nowadays from secondary school, every young lady, every young girl wants to have a relationship, wants to have a boyfriend. In all our higher institutions today, everyone wants to belong to a relationship. Everyone wants to be seen as someone that has a boyfriend, that has a girlfriend. Relationships can be fulfilling, and at the same time, relationships can be hard. But basically, everyone, every human being, looks for something different in a significant person. When you find that right, or that much that kind of requires attraction, so to say, you want to hold on to that person. But no matter how much you think you found in this other person, no matter how much you feel you think you were satisfied in a particular way, it gets to a time that you feel unfulfilled, unsatisfied, and that's why continuous work needs to be done, needs to be put in place to make the relationship work. So, if I ask the question again, what is commitment? Or what is a committed relationship? Simply put, if you will listen to me, a committed relationship occurs when two people agree upon certain levels of agreement to one another. Now, the level may vary from couples to couples. For example, some may enter into a monogamous relationship, while others may prefer to commit to an open relationship. Now, I wouldn't know what kind of relationship you agreed into having with that young lady or with that young man. If you want a long-term relationship, you need commitment. Because a real long-term relationship is built on a lot more than chemistry. It's built on a lot more than feelings. It's built a lot more than compatibility. Commitment in a long-term relationship is the essential ingredient that keeps it all together. You could be compatible in a particular aspect and not compatible in that aspect. And if you're not careful, if you begin to consider the other aspect that you're not compatible in or with, you might throw in the towel. Because if you prioritize that area more than some other areas, because to you that area is very, very important, and to other person it's insignificant. So that is why commitment needs to come into play. Like I said, it is an act of agreement by the two of you. Basically, relationship is never one-sided. Shouldn't be one-sided. It is always about the two of you. Commitment serves as an assurance, a pledge, a promise, a guarantee of that personal agreement that the two of you have made. It's not just about keeping your obligation during a good time. Commitment comes much more into play when storms blow. It shows in your resolve to honor your responsibility, sticking with each other through thick and thin. When the other person messes up, you are there to stand by. When the other person is not strong enough, you're there to stand with the person. These are the attributes of commitment, especially as regards a long-term relationship. If you want to have a long-term relationship and you're not committed, it can't happen, because you will offend each other. You will mess up with each other. And you won't have or find any reason to want to be together with the person again. So, are you fighting? Are you struggling in that relationship that you're in? Toby Gray with his song Love Dosage.
Toby Gray, oh yeah. Give me a pill, no give me two. One for me and my boo. Give me a sip or 2 glasses. One for me and you. Give me a shot or more. For my friends, for everyone. Give me love, share the love, let us dance. We got love, love, love dosage. We got the love, love, love dosage. We got the love, we got the love, we got the love. We got the love, love, love dosage. We got the love, love, love dosage. Oh, nana, yeah, yeah. We got the love, love, love dosage. We got the love, we got the love, we got the love. We got the love dosage. Tell me if you wanna be a friend or a foe. Tell me if you wanna be a hater like before. Or tell me if you wanna stay blessed, be happy. Cause nobody go give you everything that you want. There's no time today, waste your time. On top matter, we no hold water. Not true, I did tell you, life not beans. Just leave and judge and let somebody love you. So if you wanna.
Okay, still talking about commitment in relationships. Why commitment is a key factor to making a relationship stay. The program is Heart to Heart. You're watching live on Facebook, and you can always join on Premier 93.5 FM every Wednesday night at 9:30. Okay. If you're watching on YouTube, I want to say thank you very much for watching. There are other videos that you can watch and learn from. Okay, just make your comment, make your contributions, and of course share and subscribe. Okay, so that we can have much more traffic and all that. Okay, maybe on Facebook and all that. Okay, still talking about commitment. Okay, I have this one from Olaita Oyadeta on Facebook, who happens to be one of people listening and watching on Facebook. He said, commitment in a relationship is a lot of sacrifice, and it calls for wholeheartedness and sincerity towards the success of a relationship. That's beautiful. Thank you very much. That is deep. It has some more depth of an understanding of what commitment is all about. Okay, now Let me just start. I wouldn't know whether I'll be able to go through all this today. I want to share 5 ways you can communicate your commitment to your spouse, especially if it has to do with long-term relationship. And definitely marriage is supposed to be long-term. Okay, marriage was never created to be for 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 2 years, 5 years, 7 years, 8 years, or even it is supposed to be for as long as you are alive, like it says, until death does either one of you apart. Okay, that is the only thing that could stop it. But then, if that love has the original spice, characteristics of commitment, even after death, you still stick to the relationship, even if the person is no more there. And that's why you find some people that are single because they lost their husband or lost their wife. They find it hard to want to say yes to another man, or want to say yes, or will you marry me, to another woman, because their totality was put into that. So such a person needs to be reorientated to have a perfect understanding that, okay, that person is no more. So to live on in life again, it is a choice to decide, okay, let me have another person. It takes depth to bring such a person out of such a depth. Okay? So now, communication includes verbal and non-verbal expressions. While saying something with words is important, showing it with corresponding actions lends it more credibility. It's not enough to say, I love you. It's not enough to say, I miss you. When you love, it must be seen. When you miss the person, it must be seen. By your actions, by your attitude, by your behavior. Okay? So, loving a man, loving a woman is not just about your feelings, like I always say. It's not just about, I love you, I miss you, I want to be with you. It's not just about what you say. It's good to say, it's good to communicate in words. But then, verbally, it's good to communicate verbally. But then, communication with your actions goes deeper. Okay? It goes deeper. My dear listener, and if you're watching me right now on YouTube, on Facebook, I would love it if you can consider employing these 5 points that I'm going to be sharing with you as tangible ways to communicate your commitment to your partner. Number 1, before I say my bye-bye today, until I come back again with the next point, show love and loyalty. Love involves telling your partner, I love you, and includes romantic gestures and sexual expressions of desire. But you should also have it at the back of your mind that you must have a deep sense or a deep desire to demonstrate your commitment to your partner's welfare and fulfillment. If this is lacking in your I love you, it won't take you far. It won't take you far. I said you should have a deep desire to demonstrate your commitment to your spouse, to your partner, your partner's welfare and fulfillment. I wouldn't know what job the person needs to. I wouldn't know what business the person needs to. How well are you communicating? How well are you contributing? How well are you supporting with actions and words, and having your partner to be fulfilled in the business and what he's doing or what she's doing? Besides, I love you. I love you means you want all these things to happen. Your spouse or your partner should be the one that you want to spend your time with. Your desire for their company should be evident. Your desire for their company should be evident. It's one to say I miss you and you're not around the person. You say I miss you and you don't even long to want to be with the person. You say I miss you, you don't want to. You know what I mean. That's the way it is. You can show your love and loyalty by always talking positively about your marriage, your relationship, by keeping contact with your partner while you are away, by using words like we, not I, my wife, not I, my husband, not I. Why? The moment these words, this vocabulary enters into your subconscious, you know that it's not just you alone. You know that it's not just about you. It's about the two of you. So those simple actions tell the world that you are truly committed. People around see it because you're doing it and you're showing it. It shouldn't be acting it. It should be true living it, true showing it, true doing it. Truly, that's what I mean. TRUE. It's when you act, that means it's not, you're not just, it's like you're just putting it up, not that you really mean it. Okay, just like the movies we watch, they're not real, they're just acting it. Is that okay? So put your mind to it that you are committed. Besides I love you, you must show what you mean by I love you. Listen to these, watch these over and over again, and I believe it will enhance and make your relationship a better one. Next week, Wednesday, when I come your way again, maybe on Facebook or YouTube, we'll continue and move to number 2. You want to know what number 2 is? Hold on, I will let you know at the next edition of the program. My name is Dayo Adenuga, your soulman on radio. Love is real. No matter what you're going through, no matter what you might have gone through in life, love is real. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Mama called me just the other day. She said hello, hello, I'm talking to you, baby. Somebody call me, he come to tell me, say, he see you with Tomoibo. Tell me, are you crazy? Girl, are you foolish? Say you hope I don't finish, with you they do it, your coro. Girl, I'm your mother, you know that I know better, but my mama don't know that love don't care who you be, where you did from. Love don't care at all. Love don't care who you know, where do you get to. Love don't care at all.